The tea is exceptionally good today. Who made this? Very delicious. Hold on.
Hey, my cosmic cousins, it's your girl Nova Charm, and welcome to another episode of Astrology Tea with Nova Charm. And on today's episode, baby, I'm serving up some of that delicious piping hot tea of that season 7 Love Island cast. Y'all just can't get enough of them, and neither can I for real. That's right, cosmic cousins. You guys asked for it, and I shall deliver, okay? And so we are going to revisit some of their Synastry charts and the transits of the 2026 year to see what they have in store ahead. That's right, we finna get all in their business, child. But before we get too deep into the business, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like. Go ahead and subscribe to your girl, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of this cosmic tea that I want to sip with you. Now let's get into it. Now, the first couple that we're going to revisit, of course, is Taylor and Clarke. They were my very first video, and if you go back and look, I look different. The whole vibe was different. My little YouTube done came a long way in the last few months, but that's another story. Anyways, the setup was different, but the information still remains the same, okay? Now, I actually did like an overview of their chart, but I kind of wish I would have did a deeper dive because I feel like the scoring that I gave them, which I believe it was like a 6 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10, I still feel like that was kind of low. I feel like it should have at least been about an 8 out of 10 or something like that after looking at their true synastry of all of their different planetary energies, as well as checking out the elements. But there were a few things in the charts of the synastry that kind of concern me a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and take a deeper dive into it because I feel like the 2026 year is going to kind of bring out some of those concerns that I was having. Now, before we get too deep into it, let's go ahead and revisit their placements so you know exactly where I'm coming from. Now, when it comes to Taylor, he is such a Gemini, like no joke. He is a Gemini Sun, Moon, Venus, and Mars. And I believe he is also a Gemini rising, but I can't confirm that because I was not able to confirm his time of day. Now, Taylor's information is very hard to find online. I mean, I guess that's a good thing. But yeah, it was damn near impossible to find a lot of his information. But y'all know I definitely work with what I got. Okay? Moving on now, his Mercury is in Cancer. His Jupiter and his Saturn is in Taurus. Aquarius is in his Uranus and Neptune, and he has his Pluto in Sag. Now, he also has a North Node in Cancer. Now, on the original video, I did not break down all of those placements, but we definitely getting in all the business today. Okay, we're going to put it all on the flow. All right. Now, moving on to Clarke. I love her energy, by the way. I just have to say that, okay? Now, she is a Capricorn Sun and Mercury, okay? Now, she is also Aquarius rising. She has Aquarius in her Moon, Venus, Uranus, and Neptune. Now, her Jupiter is in Gemini, and I didn't really look at that before, but you know how I do when it comes to that Jupiter matching the other partner's sun. It's like, I like that. You know, that's that good luck charm energy. You already know. But in addition, she has that Mars in Scorpio. Now, as you can see, with their energy, you have one that is just a lot of Mercury, and you have the other one that is just a lot of Saturn/Uranus energy. Okay, that is a lot of that. A lot of serious energy with that Saturn energy as well. But definitely a lot of air in the building when it comes to these two. And it actually creates a air Super-Trine. And this makes them almost mental soulmates. This is why their connection was just so easy and just felt like, yeah, they were best friends. The T is with this type of, connection. This is actually the gold standard for compatibility. They speak the same language instantly. They likely felt like they had known each other for years after just one conversation. They both are social, curious, and they need mental stimulation. It really gives the besties who are also lovers type of vibe. I mean, just thinking of the breakdown, Taylor is serving up pure Gemini chaos, okay? With that sun, moon, Venus, Mars, and rising all in Gemini. He is literally a walking tornado of communication and silliness. This is why he wanted that kid feeling, because Gemini deals with that, curiosity, that childlike curiosity, right? And then we have the Saturn queen, which is Clarke, which, you know what I'm saying? She has that Capricorn sun as well as that Capricorn Mercury. And then she got all this Aquarius energy being in her rising moon and Venus. It just makes for the mental connection to be completely crazy. But it's not going to be all smooth sailing. And this is why I had a problem rating them so high. As much as I love their energy together, that childlike energy of Taylor's always concerned me. Okay, it just did. And looking ahead at the transits, yeah, it is. It's still concerning me. It really is. As a matter of fact, it's concerning me a little bit more. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, first off, let's go ahead and talk about this air sign super link, because it's actually pretty insane. Taylor has a massive Gemini stellium in the sun, moon, Venus, and Mars and rising. He is literally made up of Gemini energy. Clarke is in Aquarius, rising moon, and Venus. With all of this air, their energy together actually makes an air-to-air trine, which is when you have these energies that are within a certain degree of each other that are very supportive of one another. And so with both of their charts, their energies definitely support each other on the communication level. This basically means that their minds work at the exact same speed. You know that feeling when you meet someone and you can finish their sentence immediately? This is them. They are that mental soulmates. They both have that value of freedom. They both hate being bored. And they always both probably are the two smartest people in the room, or at least feel like they are. They really do give best friends first placement, because their moons are in a compatible air signs, Gemini and Aquarius. They don't have to explain their feelings to each other. They just get it. And they also have the ability to detach in the same type of way. Like when things get too heavy, they both just want to joke about it rather than cry about it, Clarke might even bust out with a prayer too. You never know, okay? But, and this is a big but, like a BBL but too, we can't ignore Clarke's Capricorn sun. Taylor is mutable Gemini energy, and he is everywhere at once, changing his mind every 5 seconds. Clarke with that Capricorn sun and that Saturn in Taurus, this is CEO relationship status. Now, I don't put a lot of emphasis on the sun when it comes to relationships, but we definitely still have to take it into consideration. Now, that Capricorn is an earth sign, and it's also in her Mercury. So there's a lot of foundational energy that is needed in that area. Now, I'm sure Clarke actually grounds his energy, and he kind of lightens her up. However, this is where the friction would come in. Clarke's Capricorn Mercury wants facts, plans, and spreadsheets, okay? Taylor's Mercury is in Cancer. And this is actually polar opposite energy. These are sister sign energies, right? So although Taylor might be, that easy breezy Gemini energy, he still thinks and communicates with his emotions. He goes a lot off of his gut feeling, and Clarke needs a little bit of more logical proof. Their biggest argument is going to be him thinking that she is too cold and her thinking that he is being moody or irrational type energy. Okay, that would probably be the biggest conflict when it comes to that positioning there. They just have to be really careful and very open to communicating when it comes to that. Now, although that mental connection is a beautiful thing, it is. They also have that spicy connection with the water trine. Yes, they do. They have a water trine as well. Now, let's talk about it. And it comes directly from Taylor's Mercury in Cancer and Clarke's Mars in Scorpio. Ooh la la. Now, Scorpio is intense, it's possessive, and it's sexually magnetic, and it is very much home in Mars. It loves it there, okay? Now, Taylor's Cancer placement intuitively picks up on that intensity. Even though they present to the world as this cool, detached air couple, behind closed doors, it's deep and it's intuitive, and it probably gets real freaky and nasty. I ain't even gonna hold you, okay? They have a way of being able to communicate without speaking, and these aspects saves them from getting stuck in that friend zone. This is what keeps that attraction between the two of them. Now, the cherry on top of their energy is that good luck charm that I was talking about with that Jupiter conjunction. Now, Clarke's Jupiter sits directly on top of Taylor's entire chart. We're talking his sun, moon, Venus, Mars, and his rising sign, like all of that, okay? Now, Jupiter, of course, is the planet of luck, expansion, and abundance. Now, this means that Clarke is literally Taylor's good luck charm. When he is around her, he feels like he shines brighter. She hypes him up. She expands his world, and she makes him feel like he can do anything. Now, this is that classic power couple indicator. Like, this man literally shines better when they are together than when they're apart. Like, she makes him likable, basically. So basically, they have this chill mental connection with this underlying hidden emotional depth underneath it, okay? But 2026 is coming, and the transits are about to test all of this, okay? 2026 for them is definitely going to either concrete their relationship into that power couple, that power duo, or it's going to break them up. There is no middle ground, like for real. And I'm going to break it down and tell you what I mean. Now, the beginning of 2026 actually does not look that bad. February 2026, we have Saturn moving into Aries. Now, why does this matter? Well, because Aries actually creates this supportive sextile aspect to both Taylor's Gemini placements as well as Clarke's Aquarius placements. Now, of course, Saturn being the planet of commitment, maturity, and building structure, it definitely gives this energy of something huge and serious happening around this time, like maybe buying a house together or launching some type of joint business or even an engagement or just some type of announcement that kind of concretes their relationship a little bit more. Like during this time, it's really giving we are a team and we are building an empire. So they will feel solid. Now, that will only last for like a couple months because around April, that's when the true test really kind of kicks in. Now, we're talking about in April of 2026, we have Uranus entering back into Gemini, okay? So by this time, Uranus is out of retrograde. It is entering back into Gemini, and it is definitely slapping Taylor all upside his head, okay, with all his Gemini placements. Now, this is the main event. Uranus is the planet of chaos, rebellion, and sudden change. And it's going to park itself right on top of Taylor's entire chart. We talk about his sun, moon, Venus, Mars, and his rising child, okay? Now, during this time, he's going to go through a massive personal rebranding. He might suddenly want to change his career, his look, his lifestyle. Hell, during this time, he might even be ready to change his relationship status. Now, we all know that he loves that kid feeling, and all that serious adult energy that Saturn likes to bring in might have him feeling a little overwhelmed by this time. Uranus is the planet of freedom, and he's definitely going to crave that. Now, Clarke is currently already dealing with some intense energy from Pluto being in Aquarius. Now, you know, Pluto is literally all over her rising moon and Venus. Like, these are prominent placements for relationships. So by Pluto being there, there is definitely this make or break type of energy right now. She's definitely craving a deeper commitment and wanting something that is more concrete. But if Clarke tries to hold on to him too tightly during this time, he will run. He will run. Okay? This is danger zone energy. Like, he might feel bored or tied down around this time. And that is the last thing that you want anybody with that many Gemini placements to be feeling about anything. Okay? This will create an energy of him to act out of impulse. So we really have to watch for that around April. I'm going to be having my eye on you, Taylor. Okay? And finally, in June, another transit that I'm keeping my eye on. This is going to be kind of a vibe shift. Now, in June, Clarke's lucky charm effect, which is her Jupiter in Gemini, kind of fades a little bit because Jupiter moves back into Cancer. Now, this moves the energy from fun and mental to emotional and heavy. Jupiter in Cancer will sit on Taylor's Mercury, which is his communication, but it will oppose Clarke's Capricorn sun as well as her Mercury. This is going to suck any childlike energy up out of their relationship for a little while, okay? Things are expected to get a lot more serious around that time, and adults are going to be definitely adulting around that time, okay? There are likely to be emotional misunderstandings around that time. Clarke may come off a bit too harsh for Taylor. He may be coming off a little too sensitive around this time. It's really going to take a lot of patience, understanding, and it's really going to put their relationship to the test and see if they are really built to last. Now, there is no doubt about it. They definitely have chemistry that is built to last. But Taylor's upcoming Uranus identity crisis in April is the biggest threat. Now, as long as Clarke can play it cool and really be patient with him and give him his space to rebrand himself and whatever he plans on doing come April, then we're looking at a relationship that is built forward tough, okay? It's built to last, strong. But if control issues come to light and come into play, then I can just about guarantee that it will be game over at that time. I'm personally rooting for them and all of the season 7 Love Island couples. But y'all got to tell me what y'all think, Cosmic Cousins. Let me know in the comments. And of course, if you made it this far in the video, make sure that you hit that like. Go ahead and comment and subscribe. Go on and subscribe to your girl and hit that bell notification. Now, next, I will be having Ace and Shelly. So you will be having that video coming up really, really soon. So make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. All right. And with that being said, Cosmic Cousins, I am out.